his most fascinating qualities, one of them is that he would often oscillate between so many. I heard a lot of people they were quoted as saying that he was sort of feminine and feline, so I sort of combined those two, like this sort of, it made my body language kind of different and the lilt of my voice, because I also don't have anywhere near as high a voice as he did, speaking voice, and so rather than trying to imitate that, I just sort of made it like a little more lilty and softer. And then his intensity, the way it came out in his either rage or his yelling and shouting. And I mean this with utmost compassion and no judgment, but like maybe manic. It's not the right word, but it does capture kind of how sometimes I feel like he could be so hot and cold just with himself, and his ability. Like he'd go between so many different genres in any given moment, in any given song. So maybe that too. My favorite Jeff Buckley song is not one that he wrote, but one that he played like it's his own, Strange Fruit, which I think was originally played by Billie Holiday and then later Nina Simone. Like a young white kid in the 90s singing that song with just him and an electric guitar, playing blues he grew up in, like alongside Robert Johnson or something. I mean, he captures something visceral and deep in that song. I mean, like just the raw emotion and not just in his voice, but in his playing and in this really exceptional union between his voice and his guitar. I mean, when I first heard that when I was about, I think, 16, 17, I remember the moment, and it's still one of my favorite songs.